Hi, good afternoon, all. This is Dolores from Getting Gigs, and today I'd like to talk to you about the side hustle or gig with Cigna Healthcare. The reason I chose to talk about Cigna Healthcare is because they actually have a lot of remote opportunities currently available, and they always seem to be hiring. I don't take like a company always hiring as a bad sign. It usually means that like in a lot of cases it means that the company's growing, or people move on to higher positions or new roles, or they just spread their wings and move on to something else, which is fine. Like you want to see fluid, you want to see movement. You don't want to see people staying stagnant within a position. So if like a company has a lot of positions open all the time, it's not necessarily a bad thing. So they do actually have a lot of remote positions available. But before I go there, I want to show you what I found for them on Glassdoor. On Glassdoor, I showed like I was looking at it, and they have a 3.6 rating. Like if you go to the overall rating for them, it's not showing over now. Oh, yeah, here it is. There's a 3.6 star rating for them. Now, I consider 3.6 stars is considered a little bit above average, because, like, like a three would be like average, a four would be great, like five's outstanding. No, you're never going to see a company out here with five unless all the people that are reviewing are people that are getting paid to review, or like the company just started and like they gave them a bonus for people to do the reviews, and or like their phony reviews that are out there, because there's always going to be somebody that doesn't like the position, or there's always going to be somebody like there's disgruntled, they leave on a bad terms, they're going to give a bad review. So I take that with a grain of salt. But what I do is when I look at positions that are available, I like to reread some of them, just to see like, because like they'll give you a percentage on sometimes, like this one, they have 466 reviews that says good benefits. They have this one says 361 reviews say that the pay is good. But there are some cons that they said there's poor management and no training on some of them. Now, for me, when I see like there's poor management, a lot of people when they leave a company and move on, like from the company, is usually because of management. So it doesn't mean that that manager was bad necessarily. It could just be that the employee and the manager just didn't get along. They just didn't click, or that it just wasn't the right fit for that person. So unless I personally experienced a bad manager, I take that kind of with a grain of salt. Like if the whole thing here of the 6,000 reviews said like there was thousands that said that the company had bad management, then I take it seriously. So I take that part with a grain of salt. Now I also looked at the salaries, and if you look at the salaries here, like there's different ranges for what they offer. Like for customer service, it ranges like from 35 to 45,000, and there are a lot of positions out there on the remote positions that are around that range. But if you look at like the different pays out here, it all depends on what you're doing with the company. But they have relative, like for the analyst position, like 70, 65 to start. That's pretty decent. And then like senior manager, look at the prices. It all depends on what you're applying for, whether or not you have a degree, whether or not you need to be certified, what your experience is, and whether or not you're right for the position, and what they're willing to pay you to bring you on for that position. But I just want to show you like the pays to me seemed like they were decent. But for what I think is decent and what you think is decent might be two different things. So now let's go into the opportunities. So if you go to their homepage at cigna.com and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you just hit that careers button right there, and it'll bring you to this page right here. And what you do on here, you could just search open jobs. And then right here on the bottom, you can filter for remote positions. I always look for the remote positions because I have no desire to go into office ever again. So I always look for remote positions, but you can look at non-remote if you want to. That's up to you. But before I do that search, I just wanted to show you what positions, like what countries are available. Because I know some people are out from different countries that are looking for positions. They are hiring in Belgium, Canada, Hong Kong, India, Kenya, Kuwait, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, I can't pronounce that, Singapore, Spain, United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom, and the United States. A lot of them are from the United States. That's probably because they are based in the United States. But They also have like all these positions open, so I'm going to just go ahead and filter on the remote positions just to show you what kind of what's out there. Now, if they say hybrid, that means they're gonna want you to come in office a couple days a week. I don't apply for those because usually those are tricks to me. Like they might not be a trick, but other companies I found that when they say they're hybrid, they really mean that you're gonna get to work from home 1 day a week. So I don't apply for those. So like this customer service representative position, I was looking at this one earlier, and if you look at it, for this one, you just need like a high school diploma and 1 year's of customer service experience and Microsoft experience. Now, if you don't meet all the criteria that is here, I would still apply just because you never know like if you're going to be a right fit or not. So like you might talk to somebody at the phone on the phone like for your interview, and they really might like your presence like in terms of how you talk and how you're able to present yourself, and they might say, well, you know what, I'm gonna give this person a shot. So don't sell yourself short. So like if you see one of these positions out here that you don't meet all the criteria for, unless the criteria that you're missing is a certificate or like a particular degree, I would still go ahead and apply for it because you never know like what's meant for you. Like you won't know unless you give yourself a shot. So don't not apply to something just because you think, oh, I don't have this like I don't have like this one skill. Like they ask for these 10 skills, I only have 7 of them. I still apply because I know what I'm capable of, and I'm not going to sell myself short and not apply for something just because I think, oh, I'm missing 1 or 2 things. They're never going to find a perfect person for every single position, so don't sell yourself short. So, in terms of this particular position, I did not see a payout there for it. But it did show on here different places where you can get the employment from. Like they do exclude certain states for this one. And for me, like this one, the reason I stopped looking at it is because they don't have my state on here, which is fine. They actually have other positions available that I might be able to do. So I'm just gonna hit the back button. I just want to show you some of the other ones that they have out here. Like they have business analyst positions, and then they tell you, yeah, where they're available at. I'm go ahead and see how much that one pays. If they have it out there. Sometimes, like with this one, I didn't see like they were listing the payout here for them. But I think part of that is because they don't want you to say, oh, you say 70,000, but if you're willing to take 60, they're gonna make you take the 60. Like so, sometimes they don't show the pay like just because they want to try to get you in for as low as possible. Like sites do that. Some states they have to report what the pay is. They have to give you the range of it. Um, but like if it's a general application, they don't. So yeah, so this one again, it shows that they're not hiring in certain states for this one, but that's fine. I'll keep looking. But I want you to be able to have this opportunity to go out there and find a position. Like I said, they have 133 remote positions available. Like their reviews were decent, the pay basis was decent. And if you live in one of the states or the countries that they're hiring for, I think it's a legitimate company to apply for. I would go ahead and apply for it now while they have all the openings available. And, just give yourself a shot. If I find other remote opportunities out here that I think are worth sharing, I will go ahead and share with you. And like for this one, there were opportunities that they had on their website that were not remote positions. So if you're looking to go inside the job, just go ahead and look at those positions on the bottom over here where it said uh, non-remote. You can just go there. Oh, also too, they have this little thing that comes up here, and they ask you what type of job you're looking for, and then they'll help you try to find a job that fits your criteria, which I thought that was kind of cool. Some other companies have that also. Anyways, this is Dolores from Getty Gigs. If you can like and subscribe, and I'll share another video with you soon. I'm looking for other positions right now that I can share with you. I'm trying to like only try to share positions that are remote. I've been trying to find gigs and side hustles mostly. But when I come across a job that I think is worthwhile, I'll go ahead and share that also. So until next time, thank you. Have a good night.